Alright, so I decided I want to do maybe like some gameplay video. I want to try to go over trader playstyle, and yeah, I got a couple of things I've poked into the playstyle a little bit and tried to get a little bit into it, and so I guess I'm just trying to make a video for a little bit, some pointers, a little bit of tips regarding the playstyle, I guess. So we're gonna go ahead and pick a portrait here. I'll make her my trader. She'll be good. The faction really won't matter too much. Actually, for the trader, it actually is pretty important right at the start, because for trading, I feel like you kind of want to avoid too many missions, because they could take up a little bit too much time. So really, picking your starting one's pretty important. I like labor or trade. They're both pretty sweet for starting out as a trader. I like them both really. For the trader playstyle, I'm trying to think. Some of these other ones might not be as useful. We'll go ahead and do trade. We'll do the straight trade playstyle. I'm gonna do one of these trade classes: a trader, transporter, or distributor. Now I like to go. You can pick any of these. These are pretty sweet. Having those bonuses are really good. Beginning and end game, beginning game, the mid game, like they're solid. This cargo bonus, super sweet. Also good. Early, mid game, end game, pretty freaking sweet. I haven't really delved in this mix too hard, but I want to try a little bit. But either way, I mainly did transporter. Market prices, a lot of times I feel like it's not as useful, just because at a certain point you have a lot of money. You have tons of money, so that perk is really nice. But yeah, it's like really nice, especially early on, but that can be just replaced with passive income later on, or just trading in general. Like so early game starter, way better. End games right here is a much better end game. Probably pretty mid game, probably. Sweet. I'm gonna go ahead and just go transporter, because I feel like at a certain point, yeah, the money you're making is a lot, and you can get a little bit. Having a little bonus to that cargo space is a lot of profits right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. The other ones are probably equally good, like pretty good. Like I usually just choose a transport. That's just my favorite, because at the end game it feels the best to have that little bonus. At least in my opinion, that is. Usually this sequence doesn't take this long. Okay, so that can happen if you are messing around with the files a lot, and not everything's in place, so you can get stuck at that page if you're not careful. Anyways, I've fixed that, no problem. All right. Blah 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 blah. We're getting into the trader playstyle. God, I wish there was like a little button there, but it's fine. All right. I didn't mean it. I need to go. Right, I'm not paying it. I need to pay attention. All right. Biomate University. Alright, I closed that mission, I closed that tutorial really fast, but actually, for this playstyle, I like to just do it real quick. Blah 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 blah. Just because it's a real quick, easy way to get your first like little level, and that I generally do this for each playthrough, I guess, for most playstyles. Unless I'm doing like a strictly no harvesters, or like a strictly like guns only, or like a how far can I get with shuttle and mercenaries or playstyle or something like that. Or you get creative with how you like to play the game. That's why one of the reasons I really do enjoy this game. Alright, nailed it. We got it. So that was a good use of our time there. That's gonna get us to level 2 already. Anyways, trading play style. Right now, this is fun to get for me. I had fun getting into it. So we'll go ahead. We'll get a little bit of money, not too much, but that's good enough. Blah blah blah. We'll skip that. Alright, this, I don't know how much combat I'm gonna be doing. Oops, I don't have a passive module. Go ahead and I want to buy us a piece of gear, but we'll go ahead and not do that. We're gonna go ahead and try to make some money right at the beginnings, or something like that. So to do that, you need to have like market data. So we're gonna go ahead and unlock as much market data as we can right here, right at the start here, because the initial money, it's a little bit to start off with, but it's not that much money, and we got to be a little bit careful with it. If we're gonna do this playstyle, we got to definitely be careful with our starting money, because that's big. We can end up losing a lot of progress if we misuse our money too much, right? So you always want to go check out the market to unlock the log data in the logs. So we got some supply, demand stuff that I like to take a look at briefly when I enter the station, but that's gonna just be nice to have when we're starting out, right? Now, I'm just gonna go ahead, save. I'm gonna up the things, the game speed, and click on some of the options. I feel like it's gonna personalize my experience. That's what most normally you do when you make a game, I suppose. You can mess with these in the directory, the mod folder, and change it all so a new pilot comes out with the settings you like. But I've just been recently modding a lot, so I had to clean my mod folder and make it back to a clean version. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, so we're part of the trade faction, and we got the trade class. So, oh no, the transporter class. So we got a little bonus to the cargo. Spending a little bit of money. I want to spend a little bit of money to get probably a cargo mod or a thruster mod if I want to do that. If I want to slightly boost my speed of which I'm trying to get money, I suppose. So we're gonna go ahead and go in a circle and just do all the starter void cross ones. Make sure to go to the market and but really all you need is all you need is one little money-making ploy, and you pretty much win the game with enough patience and just trading. I find it a very fun play style personally. Oh yeah, Did I go to the market? I wasn't paying attention. See, I'm bad at paying attention and talking at the same time. Or, yeah, multitasking. We're gonna go ahead, do that, get all these starter stations. So I think that's all the starter stations here. And then I want to get, I have a head start in the the trade faction. So we're gonna go ahead and try to focus on the trade faction missions if we are gonna do missions. So that's green. Trade faction is the green faction. So I'm gonna go ahead and unlock the starter facilities, starter stations for that faction. I mean, eventually you want all these starting points unlocked for the market data, but for now we're gonna go ahead and try to get into some lucrative opportunities or things. You know, I generally don't spend too much time looking at it, really, because I spend a lot more time looking at it in the journals or the journal logs, or the search bar is where I spend more time looking at that kind of information. But it really helps to just look at it briefly, and it clicks in your head, like, oh, this place has, scraps, or this place has scraps, and oh, cloak stuff, cool. But that's stuff that I'm not super good at memorizing. I generally use the journal a lot for trading. And we got our starting stations and our starting faction starter stations, and they want junk. Not too sure if anyone sells junk at the starter stations. I haven't really looked at these too much. Yeah. Nope, not quite. But there's at least an opportunity. If you ever want to salvage something, you can sell it here. That's nice. But to find, oh yeah, so now we gotta find ourselves a lucrative opportunity, right? So we're gonna go ahead. Lamasu Financial, the trade station. Sure, we'll start with the trade station. Now you don't have to. This is probably the best way to make money is through the supply items, because they have the best discounts. But really, in reality, as long as the price you're buying it is less than the price you're selling it for to make the money, then you're gonna make income. So you don't have to exactly find fasteners. You don't exactly have to find a place that's gonna want high demand for the fasteners. Really, they just need to be able to purchase that item for more money than you personally purchased it for, because ultimately you can get really lost in some of the supply and demand and trying to find a really lucrative way to make money. But really, you don't have to. You can make little bits of money here and there, and that helped me out a little bit, because I ended up spending a lot of time unlocking a lot of different markets to try to find that one nice trade. But really, for the trade playstyle, as long as you're making money, I think it's alright. We do have to be careful with our starter money, so doing some of these sell requests or doing some cheap buy orders aren't as worth it until a little bit later on. But we're gonna go ahead and find our item here. Now, really, a lot of these component items, they're really cheap and they're really not that heavy. You can make a little. I think it's a little bit harder to make components money off of components unless you're doing a demand thing. But for certain items like modules and things like that, it's a little bit easier to make a lot more money, or even just like small money here and there, if a station, you know, happens to be able to purchase that module, that item you're trying to trade to make money. So let's get something we can afford, like one of these sensors we can afford to, and you want the obviously a higher base price is going to be more worth your investment to try to make more, like even more, or even a little bit of money, right? So I'm looking at these two. Probably want to try to stay safer and not spend all my money in one go. Either way, we can only afford one of these. So really, you can go a little risky or not, but really, this is vital. This is critical when you're starting out. Is you do not want to buy an item that you're trying to sell at a regular station for an item that's for non-demand. You know, for like a normal sell. You want to be very careful to find an actual person or a station that's going to buy that before actually purchasing it. You can get excited and find a really good deal on an item and accidentally buy it, use all your funds, then you can't find a seller or someone to sell it to. I mean, a buyer, sorry. You can't find a buyer for it, and like a station, and then you're just out a loot, like a bunch of progress, a bunch of money, a bunch of time. You're set back a lot. That's that's critical. That's something you want to really avoid with the trader play style, and that's something that you can easily just accidentally do. So really, you want to pick the item first, right? And then you want to find the seller. And if you can't find a seller, you got to pick another item. It's a little bit of chore, but we're playing the trader, so we're gonna get into it, right? So we got some station data. You can look through this list to find it, to find that one item you're trying to sell. God, I don't even remember the item we were trying to sell. The ECM sensor jammer, 37,500, worth several times that amount, right? The base price at least. And some useful information here, you know, what the deal you're getting, and like what, right? That's good to pay attention for sure. But really, sensor jammer is what we're looking for, the ECM sensor jammer. So you want to find something that's 37,500 more, like that, you know, has a potential to buy that for more than you purchase it for. It's hard to kind of estimate, but looking at the prices is a general good idea of like how much more how much more money you're gonna make it. So we're lucky here. We got ECM sensor jammer, 156,000. So that's 6,000 above the base price, and we're, you know, it's a little estimate, but we're definitely probably gonna make at least a little bit of money here, right? It's better than not being able to find the actual item at all, because you can go through all these and you know, oh, that's where we bought it from. You can go through all these and not actually find the actual item you're trying to sell. So then you're out all that money, and there's no way for you to progress. You might have to run a mission, mine an ore, do something else. Oh, I didn't visit that? No! I'm gonna go take care of that real quick, because that's a rookie mistake right there. But either way, yeah, so spending your first money at the very beginning, critical. You can lose yourself a ton of time and progress right at the start by buying the wrong starting item. And it's always a good idea in the future trades you're trying to make. I didn't go to this market. I feel so dumb. See, that's, you know, drone stuff. Yeah, that's gonna be fun to try to find a deal for. But anyways, we were looking at the ECM sensor jammer and through the stations. Another way is I like using the journal a lot as well, because that'll tell you what stations that you have the data for, and it'll tell you which ones have that. So that can help you. I'm just gonna. I can't spell. ECM sensor. I spelled it wrong the first time. Sensor jamming. So there's 3 places that have that item, according to the database, the journal log entries. Right? So this is kind of a good way to just kind of like put your pilot in the correct direction. Right? We're buying from here, so we're not gonna be going here. But Starbase Corporate Center in Void Starcross, or Transporteers in Hunu. So we can go ahead. That helps us keep an, help us like look at what we're dealing with here. I immediately forgot. Starbase Corporate. All right, Starbase Corporate. So now we have 2 stations we're looking at, right? ECM sensor jammer, right? That's the item. 156. So we were looking at this a little bit earlier, and then we're gonna look at this Hunu, Transporteers Hunu, right? ECM sensor jammer, 114,000. So this doesn't seem like it's gonna be a better deal. So we're gonna go ahead and choose the corporate center, right? That's gonna be our sell, right? So now we're ready to purchase. We got the item. We got our plan. We're ready to do it. We haven't spent our money at all. We did that starter mission. We got a little bit extra, so that's nice buffer there. Boom. So now we're trying to So now we're gonna go ahead and do that. Sell. We got our data. We're trying to sell it for more than 100. No, we're trying. Oops. My GPS was on. See, I turned on my GPS, and that's journal screen. I wasn't paying attention. But got our item. We're gonna sell it. We're gonna try to make more than 37,500, and that's the goal for the trading. That's the money right there. That's your time spent looking at data, right? ECM sensor jammer, 107,250. That's a good deal. That's a good trade, right? Boom. That gave us a good grip of money right there. Now we have a little bit more potential to do a little bit more. From here we can choose another item, or perhaps even try to do the same trade. You can do the same trade a few times before you the more time, but you gotta keep in mind, the more times you do a same trade, you're gonna oversaturate that deal. You're gonna make less money off of it. But at the beginning, that's not something you have to worry too much about. So we got our first trade going on here. Now we're a little bit more confident. We can spend a little bit more of our money. Get a little bit more risky with that, because that is our starting right there. Your starter item. That's a for sure way you can make money. You found out the niche sale there, and now you're doing it. You're doing the style. You're trading, right? You're doing the play style, right? 333,000. All right, we're making. That was not very long. We did 2 trades. We got 300,000 now, and we're in a good position here. We've not really used any of our skill points. We haven't done too much. We're just doing the trader play style. We're just getting into it, right? All right. Now, sensor jammer was good, but I'm making a little bit more money. Let's up the base price item and maybe try to make a little bit more money, right? But you know, yeah, a little bit more money. But now we have to find a trade for the module, ECM module disruptor, right? Oh, how about the disruptor? Do we have any stations in our data for the disruptor module disruptor? Ooh, Star Shepherd's headquarters in Void Star Cross. So in the same system, lucky us. Star Shepherd's headquarters. Now this one, we only have one option that we know of, so there's probably options that you can go look out for and find a potentials, but we will see. 173,906 is that base price. That's a good idea to keep in mind how much they're gonna buy it for. The lower that is, the lower they're gonna buy your item. 175,000, right? So that looked a little bit less than actual base price. So this one, I feel like there's a little bit less potential to make more money off of. But since we have a little bit of money, let's go ahead and test that one out. That one, we're gonna see how much money we can make from that. But this, for the rest of it, we're gonna go ahead and get our for sure money. We're for sure gonna make money off this. This one, we're probably gonna make money off of it, but we'll see how much. Right? So now we got two places to sell to. It was the headquarters, Star Shepherd's headquarters. Some of these star names I get a little bit confused. I mix them up sometimes, but you know, headquarters. That's where we're headed, right? And that was for the module disruptor. We're gonna go ahead and see how much money we're gonna make. 114,000 off of one, right? So good, 114. So that's about a $60,000 profit. $60,000 Z profit, right? 60,000, give or take. And one of these at this point is 103. So that's about 70,000 K profit, right? So these modules are still making us a little bit more money. But eventually we're going to be oversaturating that. So having that other trade still going to make us money. Not as much per Z. Probably still definitely going to make money off of it. So it's still not a bad trade there. So now we got two items we're trading between. And we can kind of go from there, you know. Our ship can only hold so much, so really we're trying to work towards a ship, right? A better ship that can hold a little bit more, right? Some million for that, maybe not. This one might be a good upgrade. A little bit less, but you got an additional cargo slot and the bonus. Cargo bonus, that can help out a lot. And the afterburner, see, that'll help us move things more. So maybe one of these cheaper options might be better, or you know, depending on how long you tolerate the starter item, starter ship, basic stuff. Yeah, the longer, you know, however you feel like the upgrade, like that looks like a really sweet upgrade, but you need a frigate for that. Speaking of which, actually, I wasn't paying attention. Do I have? Yeah, we don't have frigate. Anyway, yeah, not gonna go too much into that. We now have enough money to maybe get some skills. These, not super, it's a minuscule amount early on. These help out a lot later on. They do help out a little bit, but we don't have that many skill points and we haven't been running that many missions, so that's not going to be entirely super useful for us in this current play style, right? So we're going to go ahead and just continue on, go ahead and do this a couple more times. Go ahead and try to earn myself another space, because I've been neglecting those items. I haven't sold them yet because I want to just sell them for a good deal, but really it's a minuscule amount of Z, so it kind of doesn't matter at this point. We get 4 of these. That's our maximum amount, right? So now we're probably looking at maybe useful skills would probably be mass engineering to unlock the cargo, So maybe we can get 5 of these with another skill, and that would be a pretty cheap starting skills to start off with, right? I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off in my. Oh wait, no, this one's Star Shepherds. There you go. And we're slowly making less and less each trade for this one, so we're gonna go ahead and alternate between these two, and then maybe try to find another item here. But we are making definitely diligent progress. Probably ways to make money. Ooh, maybe we can try to find a sell for this expensive item, right? Or maybe this expensive item, right? We're working our way to bigger, higher and better base price for a better potential for the sell, right? So we can afford maybe a couple of these. This would be a nice item. This would definitely be about 10 of these, 11 of these. This would be a nice sweet switch up too. It also depends on how many you can carry as well. Like this, carry 50, carry 6 of those. This, carry 20, carry 11, 20. You can carry quite a few more of these, right? So how many per trip, right? These are the ones we've been doing are big, right? These things have been big. So this one's expensive, but it's gonna be way better for our trades because it doesn't weigh nearly as much, and we don't have that much cargo space to deal with, right? Go ahead and check. I already looked at those. Oops. Anyway, yeah, that's gonna be these two are gonna be sweet because they're more expensive. They have a higher base price, and they're smaller, right? Bigger potential, more money per sale, per trade. That's what we want for the trader playstyle. Alright, so, I forgot the item. Target Scrambler, right? Target Scrambler. Target Scrambler. Biomate. Biomate University. And so right now only 2 places, right? So only one option. 387,975. Buying for 100,000. $700,000, right? Can hold one more of these, but I don't know where to sell one of those yet. Biomate University. Sweet deal. Sweet deal. So now we have 3 items out of the 4 supply module items that we're trading, trying to make a lucrative amount of money. 2 mil. Boom. That was a nice trade. Now we're looking at like, whoa, we're getting into looking at trying to get a better ship now. We're like, wow, we can kind of afford one now. Let's do this trade a couple more times, right? Let's grow our capital. This is it. This is the game. This is the play style. This is where it's starting to get juicy here. Right? Now what? Let's try to buy a skill, right? What skill is gonna help us a lot early on? I want that cargo stacker. But really, why don't we just go ahead and do this, right? We can just hire somebody, right? That's gonna earn us the most cargo in the shortest amount of time. Now I'm looking at these a little bit. Anything shield, I could probably potentially make some money off of. It's kind of fun to just kind of look at items every now and then to kind of just try to find a trade. Premium. Prototype. Premium. I'll look through these, see if there's potentials. $205. Kind of get an idea, maybe a little plan. $205. Anyway, we got that. We got the skill right. That was nice, right? Now this is nice. Now what can we afford? We could probably afford any one of these. And how much money are they gonna make us? Right? This guy is looking like a lot of cargo and not too expensive, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and get that guy. He's also got some guns on him, so in case we want to go fight something, we probably will be able to do that. But for a trader, I kind of avoid doing that. Oh, right, the faction. I totally forgot about the faction. So really, we're just gonna pick a guy out of the people we're with. That way, we already had a head start, so we're gonna have options here. Other places we'll have to do missions, right? Or kill pirates or raiders, right? So, Hexalon, you're my cargo transport. Yeah, this one, Hexalon, you're gonna help us the most. Hexalon. Oh, dag nabbit. Starts with a generic construction platform. That's only a small problem, but I kind of want to, let's make some money first. So we're going to eventually get her loyalty up and get rid of that so that she can help us make more money. Anyways, where were we? We were trading, yes, we were trading these. Right, now we can use a mercenary, right? They're going to be our main, trader now. Some extras. I think it's not too bad. We can do a 10 cell and then a 7 cell. And then it'll count as 2 cells. That's not too bad. It does make it so that you oversaturate your station a little bit quicker, but we're trying to make some quick bucks, so it's fine. Alright, and then we also have that backup plan with that prototype shield generator. That's gonna be nice too. I looked at that a little bit earlier. It's a good idea to come up with a backup plan. We're making a decent what, million, 2 million, under minute, couple minutes, under minutes, million a minute. I don't know. Ah, these are heavier. You know. I wouldn't recommend doing send to storage quite until you upgrade your ship, or your mercenary can handle a little bit more volume. And I believe we looked at it, it was Starbase Corporates. There was actually a couple of stations really for that. We can go back to it. Starbase Corporate Center. Oh, that might have been our only option. $800,000. Did I end up making money? I think I made a tiny bit. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, we made money. I messed that up. Whoops. Anyway, that wasn't that much money. I'm gonna go ahead and go back to the Lamasu financial money one there. That one was working out really good. I mean, it's probably because it's the trade starter station that is working really well in the campaign mode. But yeah, I mean, in a sandbox mode, you'll definitely want to do your research before purchasing the discounted items to try to make the sale. And I haven't tried doing a regular just regular discount sales yet. But most of the time, yeah. So most of the times, I'll mostly start with a discount, 75% off. Like those are the only items I buy, and that's generally what I stick with throughout the entire playthrough. Alright, now we made a little bit of extra money. Now I'm ready to kind of make her my slave forever. This function, I really think, could use a little bit of reworking. You can just make a slave for you forever by giving them lots of money, which is nice. That's nice. I feel like it's a little broken there. So now this mercenary is ours forever, right? Now I'm at the point where maybe I can buy a module and not feel so sour about it. Because I have plenty of play money now. But you also wanna have a ton of money extra if you're gonna buy a ship, because you don't want to be out of your main power right there. That is your power level. The more that you have, you're basically that's your strength as a trader, your pilot. That's your most important stat. Alright, we probably pretty much made our money back, right? Now let's get into that last item. ECM Magweb. It is out of these, it is our most lightweight, so we're gonna be able to carry the most amount. So we're gonna be able to make more per item. I mean per sell, because we're gonna have more items to sell, right? So that's also nice to have a high base price. Not as high as this one, but high. But if you think about it, it's actually kind of double because it weighs half as much, right? So that's going to be a sweet item to try to find a deal for. Hopefully, we can work with the stations we've got. Sometimes you have to explore a couple more stations, unlock a couple more markets. But for the campaign, there's quite a variety of lucrative ways right at the beginning. So that's going to be nice. When you're on Sandbox, that's not going to be the case. You're going to have to actually hunt for those. So that's going to be a fun... for me, personally, that's really fun for me to do in Sandbox mode. I like to have less stations out. I like to have to go out and find different deals, and maybe have to build certain, like a player station to even just get started trading. I like, that's just fun for me personally. But we're gonna go ahead. I've done this several Magweb. I've done this so many times, or I forget the item I'm looking at the page. Magweb. So we only know one place to sell that and buy that, which is here. So that's not gonna work out until we get more market data. Alright, so this one's our most lucrative one. We haven't done this module disruptor in a while. Ooh, careful not to send to storage. That might end up making you have to lose a lot of time just to try to get rid of those at the beginning. Yeah, especially at the beginning. You could come across that later on too. So something to look out for. There we go. We're not gonna make that much money off of this one, but we're still gonna make money nonetheless. Just trying to space it out a little bit where you're not just doing one trade over and over again, just so that it has a little time. Kind of the demand can get it a little bit resituated. 300,000. So we're making due diligent progress here. Once I get rid of that, oh yeah, now this is gonna be sweet. Now this is a little bit broken, but you can do that. Just that item. I don't know about anything else. Actually, how much? That's actually kind of broken because the amount you pay for her. Yeah, the amount you can sell that for and the amount you pay for it. Yeah, either way. Now that's took care of. Now we can buy send to storage. We just gotta be a little bit careful with how many we are buying, right? And now we're not even gonna bother with the couple You can't. I can, but really, I don't want to. That's gonna oversaturate myself a little bit more than I would. You know, you'd make more money just doing bigger cell. So I mean, it's not that glorious of a gameplay. It can feel a little tedious, but you know that is what it is. It's just trading. That's all you do the whole time. I mean, for the trade, if you're trying to play straight trade play style, that is. I like to get into the game and play a straight play style. Let's see, 14? No, 29. I like to get into it and play just just delve into the play style itself, like what I would do if I was just trying to play that play style. And this is so far been how I would do it personally. You can do, all sorts of, different missions, transport missions and things like that, that'll help you get skill points and things like that. But for me personally, that's not how I personally went about it. This is generally how I like to do it. Free to do. There's so many variety of options in this game that you really can just. Trading can just be a side thing. You don't even have to main it. You don't even have to touch it. Like, if you want to main it, then you can do that. But yeah, this is it. This is my trading main. I guess we're just gonna work on it, and we have a lucrative amount of money. We actually have about enough money here to probably look into trying to upgrade our ship now. Now that we've been doing this, like, just kind of casually here, I feel like we can get into that next. So now we're looking to, okay, now what do we want to do from here? We have tons of money. This is our main power. We don't want to use too much of it, but we do want an upgrade, right? Because we want to afford something that's gonna help us out a lot, So really, since we're in the trade faction, we gotta go to the trade faction for the factions. I haven't been running missions. You can run missions if you like. I really do feel like you lose a little bit of time doing that on the trader play style. You lose a lot of progress just trying to get some progress. It's kind of a hard balance to figure out, I feel like. But really, we're looking at trying to get different ships, right? I was looking at that one of these, right? I like the cargo bonus. Yeah, that cargo bonus, afterburner. These base stats are much better, right? These are both 2 starters we can just immediately upgrade our ship with. These we need skills, so I have yet to do those missions to do anything. Getting levels, we don't got any levels. We got that 1 level at the very beginning of the game. That's all we needed to get started. We didn't actually even need to do that to get started. That just gave us a little buffer, which was nice. Just in case we might have slipped up somewhere. This is looking really sweet. All these bonuses, it looks real sweet. That's gonna be it. That's gonna be our upgrade. 1 mil. Right? Now we already have these modules. We don't need this ship anymore. Helios. Now we're in a better position. We're in a little bit better position. Right, yeah. Now we have the option of doing these missions, but we don't necessarily have to, right? I like to have the option, don't particularly need to do it. Something goes here. Really, we just started with that. Doesn't matter. I'm not too invested into it. Is this playstyle cargo? I think I looked already. Oh, that's nice. I like that module. So we're gonna go now. Let's see how much we got. 18. That's much better than before. Much better. And then 29 for her. And really, we need to try to start leveling her up. Or not, you know, because she'll passively level over time. But you know, I like to try to get her a couple levels. Sometimes, yeah, a couple levels sometimes is a good time spent. She's our ever faithful servant anyhow. Go ahead. Do I want random scraps to sell or mineral? Yeah, I want random scraps to sell. I'm gonna go ahead and level up with her with some scrap. Wait, come back, I'm a fool. We gotta make the sell. I jumped the gun there, but come back, bewojed cut part. That's a funny name. Me and Bill are gonna take over the universe eventually. Take over the galaxy. Just you wait. Alright, 25 mil. Alright. Now what? Should we? Nah, not yet. We'll find a place with better deal than that. 14% off? Not too good. Money, we still want to hold on to that. Let's see, maybe premium generators will be a cool deal, right? 13k. No. Alright, so now, yeah, so now we're at millions, right? So now we have, actually, this is where we can, we have potential to kind of just do whatever we like in the game. From here, once you have a decent amount of money, more than enough to compensate for some certain setbacks, if you come across any, you can, do the fleet commander playstyle. I enjoyed that a lot, where I just did the trading, and then I just played the shuttle, and I just had a bunch of fleets. I played like support. I just all defensive modules and stuff like that, and that's a fun thing to do. But yeah, from here, you can just kind of do whatever you like. You can go into combat, you can go into mining if you want, you can just trade. You can just trade your way all the way till you have so much money that you can just buy any skill you want. That's an option you can do. You can basically win the game from here. Now that if you cover the base, I haven't even done the demand cell stuff yet, but we've gotten into the basics of it. Once you get into demand supply into that can get crazy lucrative. Once you get into like manufacturing, even more so lucrative. Can be anyways. It gets quite, end game becomes quite fun for the trader playstyle. Early game is a little rough, takes a little bit of patience. Mid game's really a blast because that's when you start being able to just buy whatever ship you like and kind of just playing however you like. That's about we're about to close to hitting that here. Once if we just get a couple more skills, upgrade our ship, we'd be in mid game, right? And we got a decent amount of power right here. So there you have it. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the video here. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to mention as far as the trader is concerned. No, I think that's it. We'll go ahead and end the video there, yeah.